Sundowns started October on a high after they'd seen off Zesco in the Champions League and in the MTN8, Chipa United in the double leg semis to put themselves in contention for 2 cups in 1 month. But history had a different path set out for the Brazilians as they prepared to take on Wits in the MTN8 final in Bombela.
In a space of 2 weeks playing in 2 finals, obviously we were quite excited. We went into the game thinking we're going to win. We went into the game wanting to win, but on the day I don't think we wanted it more than Wits. We tried our best, we gave our all, but it wasn't for us.
Maybe somehow we were overconfident because we were in 2 finals in 1 week and we didn't know how to manage it personally. Maybe I thought it's just going to be easy. It's a lesson that we get to learn.
Yeah, the MTN8, we played against a very good team who came with a plan. So good when you're a team, when the coach gives a direction and the players stay on the game plan and it comes out well. We as coaches, we feel good. And I think Gavin Hunt felt very good from that game. You got to understand, it's a little bit emotional game because in 30 seconds you've conceded a goal. We are desperate. We have to go and put the ball inside in their half and try and score. And they intercept the pass out. Once you play in that space, you are vulnerable because they have a lead. And this is Sundowns. You cannot be sitting back and you're losing 1-0. We don't even sit back when it was 0-0. And it was a good tactic and it works out well. And well done to them. They deserve it. We need to be gracious in defeat and accept it.
It's not always nice to get the runners-up or the losers medal, as they say. And it just wasn't normal for us because we were always winning. That was in our DNA. We were just winning. And for us to go get the losers medal, it was abnormal. It wasn't something that we were used to. I think the guys, they felt that one. They took it to heart and said, you need to catch your wake up here. Because if we don't wake up now, we can find ourselves losing the next one as well.
Mamelodi Sundowns is a team that has already created a reputation of winning matches every time they play. Going to the final and lose, it wasn't a good feeling. When we don't win the match, it's always one of the sad moments. But it was a learning curve for us. We really need to look for positive, and I think we learned a lot from that.
You know, I was gutted, I was frustrated, I wasn't used to losing, you know. I think in every final I played at Sundowns, we won. It was something new for most of us. But with the coach talking to us after the match, you know, he made it clear that it's part of football. We can't win everything, although we want to win everything. But just making it to the final was something good for us. But on the day, we weren't good enough. Once we realized that it was over, we needed to forget about it and start focusing on the next game, which was Zamalek at home. With the loss against Wits, it really motivated us.
Back at home, the Brazilians regrouped and set about preparing for arguably the biggest challenge of their careers, the double-leg CAF Champions League final against Zamalek.
We're professionals. We're used to winning. We know exactly what to do when we need to win. And we have done it before. We know the route. We know what to apply in training. And we just do that. Like, we just picked ourselves up, encourage each other, and do the right thing. Like, watch the videos, make sure you go to the game knowing exactly who you're playing with. I can tell you it was hard to come back, but we had to come back as quick as we can. And the guys really came to the party, showed character and how determined we are as a team.
The first leg of the final took place at the Lucas Moripa Stadium. The contest drew Sundowns fans from far and wide, all keen to potentially be part of history in the making.
I had this feeling that today is going to be a good day. Everything was just perfect. We were in our suits, we were looking sharp. The weather was nice. The atmosphere coming into the stadium, walking in, everything was just to the T. And I just felt that today was going to be a good day for us. I think it's not just from me, because that sense in the changing room, it was just different. Guys knew that this is it, and it showed.
You know what is expected from us. We've set ourselves goals at the beginning of the season, and we really need to create our little history as footballers of Mamelodi Sundowns. We're at the stage where we really need to just apply ourselves. We don't need any other extra motivation, but to be in the final itself with the motivation at its own. Personally, I think it's a dream come true for us to be in the finals. My teammates also share the same sentiment. We only watched our heroes when we were still young won this tournament. I think if we win the tournament, it's going to be a massive achievement for us.
It was big But the good thing about it, I knew that I was going to play. So during the warm-up session, the only thing that I told myself is to work hard for the team. And the 1,000 people that came to the stadium, the million that sit at home, that watching this game, even my family, it's about time for us to leave our legacy behind, Me giving 110%. It wasn't only about Sundowns on that day. It was about South Africa and some of the guys in the team that from Africa, like myself from Liberia and all the things like that. People back home watch the games. The Champions League final is different. It's a different stage and the competition is hard. So it was a complete different game.
Yes, the plan was there. The vision was there. Champions League is important. The team has to have a footprint in Africa. How many times we're going to win top 8? You're going to come and win it and win it and win it. There are teams who have won it maybe 10 times. Does it put a footprint in Africa on international stage? No. This one, it does. If you win this one, you're going to World Club tournament. I mean, there's Real Madrid, there's big dogs there. It's not going to be that easy. But there is nothing bigger. There's nothing bigger for Sundowns this week. And there will never be anything bigger than this now. To win the title in the Champions League and bring it home, we have the opportunity. I think we have the team. This is the time, and this is it. So that's why I'm here. So one more. One game, home and away, and hopefully we deliver, and I hope God is there.
Going into the match, we were more hyped up, we were more motivated, we wanted it more. You could see when we were warming up, the guys were energetic, we were fresh, we were hungry, we were working hard. From the whistle, we gave it our all.
Tao, Nolly's going to try the shots.
Actually, the coach has said before the game that the goal might not come in the early stages. We as players, we wanted the goal to come very early so that we could unsettle them. But he said we must just keep playing, regardless whether the goal doesn't come early. But he knows, and we also believe that a goal shall come. And when the goal came, it was a sense of relief that we actually have begun to write our own history.
What an unbelievable feeling. Of course, we're waiting for it. That's the beauty of football. And as much as I'm a big fan of basketball, I know that somebody will be slam dunking in a minute or whatever. It just comes every 20, 30 seconds in basketball. You can see that there's points being given. But in football, that is why football is stressful. That's why it's beautiful. That's why it's that one goal or two. And you all have to build up, wait for the goal. And when the goal comes, everything ruptures. Emotions, and you let go.
The pass from Keke, it was a top pass. Keke make everything easier for me because what more do you expect if you get a pass around the 18-yard box? What I did, it was the usual thing. I just turned, and the first thing that came to my mind was to shoot. Goal was on my side, and the ball went into the net. And we all celebrated that goal because it was important. We needed to score the first goal. And I was happy that we got the first goal in the first half. Every time I tell Keke that if I were hard, I was going to take up my hat and salute Keke because that pass was amazing.
They're very concerned about him. Meantime, here comes the corner. Lagaman. Hefner, goal!
He said he wanted to cross at the far post, but when I saw it went in, I just thought, hey, this is it today. This is our time now to bang in the goals. Everything is going for us, and so I just thought, yeah, today is the day.
I don't know if he meant to score, but to bring it there at the far post, that's one of our masterpiece corner kicks. We have used it against Chicken Inn. We have used it against the Chiefs, if I'm not mistaken, in the Telkom Cup final, the second goal of Taiwan Ted. We've always used that set piece, and Langa always delivers it there. But I don't know if he meant to score. But what I cherish is the plan, the organization, the execution. I like is the plan to do what we have planned for. It's not luck that goal came.
At halftime, Pito wasn't satisfied with 2 and urged his charges to show no mercy.
It's in Champions League, you play in this game, but you play in the next game. That's why at halftime, I insisted we need more goals. And I hoped we could get 4. Honestly speaking, I thought we could get 4 at halftime. But before the match, if you ask me, would you take 1 home? I can settle for 1-0. But at halftime, I can see we can get more. And I insisted. I said, we need to get more. Unfortunately, the boys responded well, and we got the 3rd goal.
Number 3! And that will go down as an own goal, but Percy Tao.
The second half started in the first 2-3 minutes. We got our 3rd goal. And then the game was open again, they wanted to score. And I think it was late, our defense was top. We just switched on because we know very well how important this game is.
And it was very, very important for us to play knowing that a clean sheet will give us the upper hand in the return legs. We knew we were not going to be very busy at the back, but we had to keep it tight. Any slip-up would give them a chance to score. It was a good effort from the entire team.
He keeps going. And Yusuf, well, Makina's kept it in play. Drives it across.
we were happy as players. We know that we're actually not in this alone. We've got people who are behind us. We've got support everywhere. Our supporters really played a huge role on the day because we felt now we've got people who are really supporting us. Our family are behind us. All we needed to do was to just come to the party and try to win the match, and we did that to convince them.
After we won, it's unbelievable. After we won, they never left the stadium. They were singing and singing and singing. So this feeling, for me, I get goosebumps. It humbles me. And it says to me, if you focus on the way, if you contribute, if you set a plan with the team, if you believe in the plan and make the team buy in the plan and they execute on the plan, and the victory comes, look what happens. So that says to me, you can never compromise the system. You can never compromise the situation. Do you see what happens when you pay attention to details? This is the end product of setting a plan and believing in the plan. So you get humble. And you know what? I'll go do more because I would love to see that again happening to people. So this is why I also tell my players, say, are you aware of the impact you have on the social side? Are you aware that if me and you, I tell the player, don't really come to the party, what we can compromise? Do you want to give them the dancing and the happiness for memories? Or we're gonna be sluggish and be complacent and not prepare as we're supposed to prepare and not give those people that feeling? And when God has given us that opportunity to do that, we have to do that.